everybody, Jan of Jan Hicks Creates here. Welcome to my cross stitch channel if you are new, and welcome back to all of my lovely friends. I'm back. We're going to get caught up. I hope I don't make this too long, just because I don't feel like it. It has been a rough few weeks. I told Mike I'm going to try my best not to cry. I really don't feel like doing this video. I will be totally honest with you. 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or maybe 1 step forward, 2 steps back actually, is the progress on the move. Not a whole hell of a lot is happening. And what we have heard is the 2 steps back part. I'm not going to go into details, but who knows. Mike's job has gone from bad to worse. He is just barely pulling himself into work every day, and it's painful to see. So yeah, I dropped out of StitchCon because I was sure we were going to be leaving sometime within the next couple of weeks, which would mean we'd be on the road somewhere between Arizona and Maryland come June 10th. With the latest update that we got today, which again is the 2 steps back, we may not even be out of here by June 10th. That's what I get. I know I always get my hopes up. I always have these big expectations, and it all just comes crashing down. You think I would learn by now. Obviously, I haven't. I may, if a couple weeks go by and we have no progress at all, I may see if they still have openings on week 1. For StitchCon. At this point, I'm in such a bad mood. I don't know whether I'd be very good company. It's probably just what I need, but anyways, we have been getting out and about in a little bit. That's some of the pictures you saw at the beginning. We did go to, we went back down to the Missions National Park here to get the stamp in our National Park booklet. Spent the evening on the Riverwalk walking around and had dinner, so that was lovely to get out. It was a gorgeous evening. Last weekend we went up to the Austin area, drove over to the Lyndon Johnson National Historic Site. For those of you that may not be aware, Lyndon Johnson is one of our presidents. I don't remember which number. How bad is that? But he's actually the president that was in office when the voting rights bill was passed. So he is well known for that. He's known for his for instituting Medicare here in the States, and he's known for his movement to expand national parks. So we were very happy to get over and see his boyhood home, and also his home as an adult that became the what was known as the Texas White House when he was the president. It is actually closed. His Texas White House it's been closed for 3 years because the structural, I guess there's some structural issues with it. They don't want people touring it. But anyways, it was a gorgeous day. It was a wonderful day to be out and about. That evening we met Kimberly Jolly for dinner and ice cream. Thank you again, Kimberly. It was great to catch up with you. So yeah, it was a nice weekend, and we really needed to get away. We need to do something this weekend because both of us are just about, we've had it. So let's see. So yeah, we have been getting out and about some. But I think that's about all. Mostly just sitting here waiting for word. Something to happen. Mike's father did get moved. We had hoped to be over there about this time to help him unpack. He moved last Saturday. Who knows? At this point, who knows? But he is moved. He's happy to be in his new home. So that is very good news. Okay, cross stitch. I have been pretty much hiding myself in my cross stitch and my knitting, and I think I have a lot to show for it. First of which is, well, on just a couple of pieces, because designing means stitching. First, though, is Seasons in Lace Spring. And, you know, I mentioned to somebody that it's always a little bit, I'm always a little bit fearful, like for something like this, will the next one be as good as the first one? You know, because performance anxiety, I guess is what you'd call it. And yeah, I think it is. So this is using the NPI floss set from Fat Quarter Shop for May. It will be coming out on Monday, or Fat Quarter Shop will be putting it in the mail on Monday. And Monday is the day this pattern also will be released on my shops, both my website and Etsy, as well as Fat Quarter Shop. I have sent the pattern already to Silk, but as you may remember, it takes about a week at least, to get the approval back from Apple for any new things that they want to put on their site. But I'm thrilled with this. I stitched this on 36 count linen from Under the Sea fabric. Unfortunately, I did not have the name on the tag that I got with this fabric, so I don't know the color name. It does kind of have a peachy, it's coming through pretty well on the camera. It has a peachy, apricot-y with brown modeling tone to it. So this these NPI colors are called the Clove range, from this very light pink to the very darkest red. 36 count, I used 2 strands. You will need 2 skeins of the darkest color. So whenever you are purchasing this, if you're getting it from Fat Quarter Shop, or if you get the floss pack, you will need to order another skein of the dark color, and that is 636 if I recall correctly. NPI has 8 strands instead of 6 strands. So I was afraid I was going to need more of several other colors, but this is the only one that I had to break into the second skein for. Again, this is on 36 count though, so you may need some extra skeins of some of the other colors, but I am thrilled. So what is the same in this one as in Winter? Winter, I think it's down in the bin underneath the coach. Winter is going to sit up here on top. So the big mandala, of course, is the same. These 2 lines of border here are the same, and this swirl scalloped border is the same. Everything else is different. So Summer is going to sit, nope, Summer, everything's backwards in the camera. Summer is going to sit over here, and Summer is going to be in the greens, the green pack that came in March. So like I said, I am thrilled with this. It will be available on Monday in all the stores. So that was a big accomplishment. Summer will be coming out at the end of August, so have a little time to wait on that and get other things done. Speaking of which, Serendipity, again, Fat Quarter Shop, finished up row 5. I am using the Called For Weeks Dye Works, and I am using 36 count Midnight Hour linen from Color and Cotton. Now Serendipity is their Make-A-Wish Foundation charity stitch along and quilt along. They have reached their goal of 70,000. I'm sure they are above it by now. Kimberly told me that they have been able to grant 1 person's wish so far, and she was there for that, so that is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm enjoying this sweet little stitch along. 1 thread over 2 linen threads on 36 count. Now, as I said, on the other 36 count, on my Seasons in Lace series, I am using 2 threads on 36 count. There's just something about the plumpness of the silk. You know, the 1 thread just seemed a little bit barren, and I don't know whether NPI silk is one of the silks that's a little bit less than 1 thread of DMC, you know, that's a little bit thinner. But it needed to be 2 threads of the silk, and the plumpness and the richness of those stitches, I love it. Let me get my board, you gotta see this. It's just, it's schmaltzy, as my music teacher would say. Yeah, I'm happy with it. You might be able to tell. All right, so Serendipity. The other thing I've been working on, this is kind of a sneak peek that isn't a sneak peek because I'll just show you the whole thing at this point, is my next design. It is called Meditation Garden. It started with me finding this maze design here in the center and just growing from there. So I am going to have creatures. I have a water feature. I have a creek running, or crick if you're from Western Pennsylvania and other places in the country, I know. We had a creek running through our backyard. So this has a creek running through it. There will be a pond over here. There will be other wildlife. You can see a bird sitting atop the willow tree. There's different borders all around. I was telling my friend Maria Kutzner, when I was talking to her the other day, that stitching the border on Flora Graphica just about killed me. I get so bored. So I thought, you know something, this one, I'm gonna put a bunch of different borders on. And so I did. So yeah, this is about, it might be coming up on 40% stitched. So I have quite a bit more to go. So more flowers, more critters, more water, more trees, and a sun. You know, this one's different. I know that. I'm loving it. I love all of my designs. I wouldn't be doing them if I didn't love them, right? I hope somebody else out there likes them, because this is just my kind of wacky thought process coming together. So I hope somebody else can relate. Knitting, I have been knitting pretty much every day. Working on the Nights That Say Knit Mystery Knit Along by Mary Annarella Lyrical Knits. I am just about done with Clue 2. They're done. The Mystery Knit Along is over. The last clue has been released. I'm just about done with Clue 2. So I knew I would not stay caught up, but I am loving this. All the different stitch patterns. I still need my little board behind it. She's done a wonderful, wonderful job putting this together. Keep my needle from stabbing stuff. So I'm using Miss Bab's 2-ply. The main color is this light pale turquoise, pale aqua. And my alternate colors are the 2-ply toes that were a gradient set from this dark gray up into these lighter blues. So I think there's one more section after this one. This one is just about done. I have to do another one of these bubble rows. And then this section's done, and I think there's one more before I move on to Clue 3. So, super happy with that. And I only knit for maybe anywhere from a half hour to an hour in the morning, after breakfast, before shower, while I'm still watching the morning news. So, happy with that. Let me get stuff out of the way here. Get you out of the way. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've been stitching on. I have some goodies to show you. I'm not doing any of the Let's Go Shopping or the tips and tricks today, because basically I just don't feel like it. The goodies, I have a bunch more goodies. I've been continuing my addiction to stash unloading, so I've been getting mostly samplerish type things from there. I didn't pull them all out. I just, again, I tell myself I shouldn't apologize, because this is where I'm at right now and I just don't feel like it. So take me for what I am at this point. I really didn't feel like doing a video at all, so It's better than nothing, right? I hope. Want to do a public service announcement right here, though, for my son. As you know, my son is an artist, and he opened up a shop on a site called Fine Art America. And it's one of these sites that allows you to put artwork or sayings or whatever on all kinds of different media. So if you've been interested in his artwork, if you've seen me post it on Instagram, or talk about it here in the past, but you can't afford the couple $100 or so that he's charging for his originals, this gives you an option. So you can get anything from canvas prints to posters to, you know, iPhone covers to tote bags, greeting cards. I will link that below if you're interested in checking that out. I'm a proud mama. All right, goodies. We'll save the best for last. How's that? This isn't really a goodie, actually. It's a plan. I got this all packaged up to start at StitchCon. This was going to be my StitchCon start. I decided to use mostly Vicky Clayton silks. I did my own conversion. And one ended up with one of the thread picker silks. And I had pulled out some fabrics. I couldn't decide which one. So I pulled out a couple, and I was going to ask the ladies at StitchCon, which should I use? I might still start it this weekend. Maybe I'll wait till June 10th. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'll wait and see. Maybe I'll end up going to StitchCon. If I do, that means we're still here, and I will be in a foul mood. Other goodies. More Vicky Clayton silks. So this is the variegated of the month. It came a few days ago. So I will step through these beauties. No, that's too bulky to hold up. I think I can do this. And even though I have my glasses on my head holding my hair back, I got my hair cut finally. Mike hasn't. Mike's hair is like, I mean, his part that's up here is like down to his chin. He's in desperate need of a haircut. All right. Old Maid of the Ashes. So pretty. I've spilled these out about 3 times already, so I'll be glad to get these put in their little bin. I was going to say, even though I have my glasses on my head, it's holding my hair back, so I'm just going to squint to read the names. Old Maid of the Dreams. This is gorgeous. Look how pretty that is. Old Maid of Hickory. Oh, this is another gorgeous one. Beautiful, beautiful. Old Maid of the Sea. Oh, scrumptious. You see those teals and the grays in there? Oh, that is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Old Maid of the Marigold. All the marigolds I know are much more yellow and vibrant than that, but that's okay. That's pretty. Old Maid of the Hive. This is a gorgeous gold. Isn't that pretty? Fur. Old Maid of the Arctic. You know me, I'm a sucker for these blues. This one I think is going to go into my Jeanette Douglas piece that I set up for StitchCon, because I think this will be a better blue than one of the other ones I chose. Old Maid of the Blush. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And Old Maid of the Evergreen. Oh, rich, rich green. So those are her variegated Silk of the Month Club. I love getting those. She also has a solid Silk of the Month Club, so it might be an option if you're interested in building up your Vicky Clayton stash. It's a great way to do it. I also got silks from a new to me dyer, Almond MS. I've hooked up with her on Instagram, and I didn't realize, I think in the past she's been dyeing yarns, and she started to dye silks for cross stitch. And so she had a pack called, I think it was May Blooms or something along those lines, something about spring. And I decided this would be a great way to try her silks. And she has them in these absolutely adorable little skeins. Now you could buy all of these separate as well. She just had it in this pack type of thing, so I decided to get it because it's easy. Oh goodness, agave nectar. I may really need my glasses for this. This is buttercup. Now there's a yellow, huh? Pretty. This one is geranium rose. This one is orchid. Bird of paradise. Another pretty yellow. Lilac. We all love our lilacs in the summer. Oh, and a huge shout out to my friend Teal for her sending me the iris pictures. Oh, so pretty. Makes me long for my home in Maryland. Seaweed. Lily of the Valley. Pink lily of the valley, no less. Very pretty. Periwinkle peony. Dried rosemary. This is a really pretty green. Look how soft that is. Anthurium fire, I think is what that says. Gorgeous red. Gorgeous red. Wild hibiscus. And the last but not least, this was not part of the pack, but I thought it was really cool looking, so I had to get it. Writer's chair. Much more variegated. Isn't that cool? So, Almond M&Ms, I will, of course, link her below. I also got a gorgeous project bag. This is by a maker called Fern Lilly. And you know, it's just one of those things you come across. I don't know whether I think I probably came across her on Instagram. Beautiful, beautiful project bag. Beautifully made. The zipper pull has little stork scissors on it. Inside, it's kind of a neutral floral design. She included just a little pattern that she had made up. I think it's really cool. I don't think I can show you, but she stamps. She has a stamp with her her business name on it, a little logo, and it's like stamped on the bottom of the bag. It's really kind of cool, but beautifully made. And it's the fabric has batting in between, so it's a nice, sturdy but not heavy. It's gorgeous. She has another size bag that's a little smaller than this. She just started making these bigger ones, and so I jumped on the chance to get one of these. So yeah, again, I will link her below as well. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Kelly Stedola of the Bitsy Bob fame. I think she felt sorry for me because she had some Bitsy Bobs in her shop a few weeks ago that were made of the most gorgeous fabric, and I wasn't able to get one. So she must have gotten more of the fabric and she sent it to me. And I don't know whether you can see, well, you can see it here. This is just gorgeous. It's like a green, kind of like a copper, you know, tarnished green with copper floral print on it. It is beautiful. So she sent me that. And she included something that is fairly new to her shop. These are called, let me make sure I get the name right, Bitsy Stacks. Bitsy Keeps and or Stacks. So these are like bigger floss keeps, but because she has the magnets, I don't know if she has a magnet in there, or is it just, it's, so you have the, she has a needle magnet on it, right? And because of the magnets, they stay stacked together. And so I have my silks on here. By the way, my meditation garden, I forgot to mention, my new one that I'm working on, that is charted in Mrs. Sada's Silks. I will also be charting it in DMC, but the stitching is in Mrs. Sada's Silks. So I have my silks on these two, and they just stay stacked together with the needle minder magnets. And so I thought that was pretty clever. She has different different graphics on them. Oops, I lost the back of that magnet. So you can get different ones. This one's really cute. I had started to talk to her about getting some graphics made for some of my charts to sell through her, and I just kind of dropped the ball on that. So I have to figure that out once I'm in the mood for figuring it out, that is. That'll be down the road someplace. I also got my next pin club from Fat Quarter Shop. Haven't even opened it yet. So these are like purple flowers. As you can see, my shelf, I got all my stuff put away, anticipating the move. So along with the pin club, there's always a pattern for making a little like applique felt pin cushion. So that's very cool. That one's a pretty one. None of the other materials come along. It's just the pins. So last but not least, I found this while perusing Facebook Marketplace, and I was so astounded at the price that I immediately queried how to get it where it was. It was here in San Antonio at a auction house, and I couldn't pass it up. So I couldn't pass this up. Now, like I was saying, a lot of satin stitch. Those trees are all satin stitched. The house is all satin stitched. The ground is all satin stitched. The animals are satin stitched over top. The flowers all around the border, those are all over 1, while the vine is over 2. So this will get reproduced at some point. I got a lot of help from people on the Facebook group, our sampler years. I've been messaging back and forth with one lady on there who gave me many tips on, she actually, one of the things, this says Union Academy here under the student's name. A lot of places are called Union Academy, but we found the name of the teacher, which is Ann Buckman, at a school called Union Academy in Doylestown, PA, which is over towards the eastern part of the state. So this woman I was talking to, I was messaging back and forth with, let me know about somebody who has actually written well, she found a sampler with that teacher's name in the Amy Minkle? I forget the last name. I know you sampler people know this person, this company in Philadelphia. She has, in one of her magazines, one of her sampler magazines, she has a sampler with that same teacher's name at Union Academy in Doylestown. So I need to get in touch. She gave me the name of 2 other people that are specialists, I guess, in the Doylestown area samplers. So I haven't gotten in touch with them yet. I'm also going to get in touch with Amy Minkle, if that's her last name, as well as Teresa Vanette. I'll probably message Teresa Vanette first. to find out what I need to do to take that out of the frame so that it's carefully preserved. I guess one of the things you have to worry about is the stitching, because there are no spacers, the stitching getting stuck to the glass and thus damaging it more. There is some damage to it already. But I was just thrilled. And it's the kind of sampler that I like more. You know, I'm not a big sampler person, but there are some samplers that I like more. And that's, I don't like the ones with all the little tiny motifs all over the place. I don't know how I'm going to handle over 1 versus over 2 stitching, all of the satin stitch. I may be making some changes, so this may be more of an adaptation than an actual perfect reproduction, but that's a ways down the road yet. Nothing is going to happen on that until we get settled in Maryland. At this point, I don't even know. In fact, we heard from the apartment complex earlier this week that they've been holding, you know, we put a deposit on an apartment in the place that we lived before, and they had no problem. They know us, you know, they were happy to do that. But we were informed earlier this week that come Friday, if we still want to hold it, we will be holding it for an additional cost, like the rent is going up $500 a month. So we shall see. Okay, so giveaway winners. We have the Sail Away set from Fat Quarter Shop, and we have the token for my friend, little pillow from Heartstring Samplery. Okay, so you had to say cruise. By and large, most of you want to go on a Alaskan cruise if you go on a cruise. A lot of you don't care to go on a cruise. Many of you have been on lots of cruises, so that's pretty cool. All right, winner of the cruise of the Sail Away set goes to Regina Danner. Regina, I will be commenting on your comment. Hopefully I won't forget. The Heartstring Samplery Friend Pillow goes to the Patient Stitcher. So again, ladies, I will be commenting on your comment with my email address. Please email me your mailing address and I will get these in the mail. I am not going to be doing any giveaways from now until wherever we land. I don't even know when I'm going to do another video, quite frankly. I will at some point, you know, when we get into Maryland, definitely. And maybe little snippets here and there, but for the most part, it's hard for my brain to get it all together. And I'm sure you guys understand, you know, I just hit overwhelm. And so some of these things fall off the table, and mailing packages is one of them. So instead of having that kind of guilt hanging over my head and making me feel even worse, I'm just not going to do any giveaways for a while. That being said, I think that is all for now. I'm always on social media, here and there. I'm not popping up real often, but I am there, and I will keep you guys updated. If we get an update, you know, that everything is moving along, I will definitely be letting you know that. So it's not like I'm disappearing from the face of the earth. Just know that, like, it was 3 weeks since my last video. It's been 3 weeks since my last video. It may be that long again, or it may not. I don't know. And I hope you're okay with that. That's all I have, except an angel card. Did I read this last week? I think I did, because it's Mother Teresa. I read the Mother Teresa quote last week, right? Spread love wherever you go. I think so. I usually try and remember to put them on the bottom, but I don't think I did. Oh my God. I'm saying, oh my God, because these cards. That's the front, one of her gorgeous angels. And then listen to what's on the back. When things don't seem to be working in your favor, trust in God, for He has better plans for you. I try. Mike and I have been having this conversation. Maybe he's trying to send us a message and we're just not hearing, or we're just not listening. And I said, if his message is to stay here, I have a response for him, and it's not very ladylike. So, when things don't seem to be working in your favor, trust in God, for He has better plans for you. God, get these plans moving. Okay, so until then, guys, I love you. Please take care of yourselves, and I will talk to you soon.